Hi guys, King Biscuit has arrived. I managed to upgrade him to Violet +2 because I've saved a lot of resources for this event, and I pretty much basically ignored most of the other ones. I don't know whether or not I'll push him to Violet +3 because it's just too expensive at this point. I also don't know if I'll push him to Absolute Star, but what I will do is to upgrade him to 5-star, do some testing, and show you guys what he does and how he performs. So I just have enough to upgrade him to 5-star. So at the moment mine's still 4. So if I buy this, he's gonna be 5-star. Okay, so now for Absolute Star, they want us to have 180,000 frosty coins, which is double the amount that I've just spent to get him to 5-star. So as I mentioned, I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm going to stop right here, do some testing, and then decide from there. Now I've put some tests to find out if King Biscuit is any good. So to prove its effectivity, I wanted to do a test whether or not I can kill a classic defensive team with lots of healing. And this is because King Biscuit's ability is basically to stop healing. So a good test will be, can I now kill a classic combo like this using a hero setup that usually doesn't work? So an example is this twins team here. So usually if you use twins, for example, with Merlin, it gets defeated. So as you can see, this is a classic twins combo. I put Oliver on Aurora, Axel on Celeste, and this time with Albus. And same combo with Axel also still fails almost all the time. So now, can we change this and actually defeat this team with Biscuit? So using the same combo, I managed to now defeat this team using this classic twins combo when I put King Biscuit on Celeste and using King Biscuit as my main pet, which is good. So I basically, gained some evidence that he's actually doing something good. Also, when I tried to switch the patrons and put King Biscuit on Aurora instead, interestingly, that worked. That didn't work as well in the setup. I would imagine, just like everything else in Hero Wars, it will depend on what team you're using, what team you're going up against, and what patrons they have. But in this situation, it was better to put King Biscuit on Celeste. So just to show you how King Biscuit performs with the twins, so this is the one fight which succeeded. I'll fast forward the video. In this fight, it's still not a definitive win. So if you watch, I was actually nearly dying. However, note that my enemy has max patrons and stuff, so usually I almost can't kill this at all. But even with my King Biscuit with 6,000 patronage power, I was actually managed to break through. So I wasn't satisfied to give you just one example of a team that usually doesn't always succeed with this team. So another classic example is an ODH team. This one I decided to add Celeste in to help avoid the the healing that is coming from the other team, to stop them from healing too much. And I managed to defeat them with King Biscuit pretty definitively. And I've put King Biscuit on Celeste. I also tried it with King Biscuit now on Orion, and that worked too, again with King Biscuit as pet. But just note that if you do use other pets, sometimes it also still works. So I'm not sure whether or not this is a good test, but for example, in this one, if I show you using Excel, it worked. I'm going to fast forward this because it's a really, really long fight. But as you can see, because of the healing coming from the other team, it's just way too much. It actually took me a very, very long time to kill them just using Excel. And you can see in the clock, I actually nearly timed out on this one. So with 20 seconds left. Whereas with King Biscuit, for example, the first one, again, let me fast forward. So even though my King Biscuit is not maxed yet, I was able to break through them using him. Now with other pets, like for example, if you use Albus, to give more attack, that doesn't work. I think in this one my Orion just died. And with Merlin, sometimes it works, but again, it's more risky. I think usually it doesn't work. So just to show you what happened here. So as you can see, it was a bit more risky because my Aurora died. So in conclusion, I'm not sure whether or not King Biscuit is particularly groundbreaking, but at the moment he is showing some potential that first I can now have a better chance at defeating teams using some combos that usually doesn't work. For example, this twin setup. I've also shown you using an ODH team with Celeste and Aurora. Now that works pretty good too. But then because, like for example, for the ODH, as I've shown you, sometimes it works with the other pets anyways. I'm not sure at this point whether or not it's really groundbreaking. I think we need to do a lot more testing, and as you know, I'm testing versus someone with maximum patrons, so that will be again different if you're up against someone weaker. Thanks for watching.